The movie begins with a view of the northern Great Plains at the start of the 18th century, a period otherwise marked by widespread colonization by European settlers. As the movie starts, we are introduced to Naru, a young woman from the Comanche tribe who loves to hunt. Every morning she wakes up to collect valuable herbs from the forest as she is a healer. However, Naru dreams of becoming a great hunter, just like her brother Taabe, so she secretly trains in the forest, alongside her loyal dog Sari, who always stays with her. One morning, Naru is practicing her prowess with the axe when she notices a deer nearby. As she aims to hunt it, suddenly a loud rumbling from the sky scares the deer and it runs away. Since Naru is determined to hunt, she pursues the deer along with Sari, but they are unsuccessful as Sari gets his tail captured in a bear trap. As the deer flees to safety, Naru releases Sari's tail from the trap and rubs some herbs on its tail to relieve his pain. After this, they start walking toward home, but suddenly a loud noise from the sky grabs Naru's attention. Naru decides to follow it and gets to a cliff where she notices some strange lights in the sky accompanied by loud thundering sounds. In the next scene, she goes to see her brother Taabe, who is the greatest hunter of the tribe. Whenever the Comanche tribe goes on a big hunt, it is always Taabe who leads them. There is a custom in their tribe that whoever wishes to become a hunter has to bring in a significant kill, like an elk or a buffalo, to demonstrate their hunting prowess. Determined to prove her mettle, Naru expresses her wish to join them on the next big hunt, but Taabe believes she is not ready yet, telling her it is dangerous. However, Naru is adamant about changing the narrative of being restricted, so she tells her brother about the thunderbird she saw earlier in the sky. Just then, Taabe effortlessly kills the eagle that Naru had been aiming at for a long time. On the other hand, we see an alien ship take off, leaving behind a lone extraterrestrial that renders itself invisible. Afterward, Naru goes to her mother Aruka and assists her in preparing some medicine. Aruka asks her why she wants to become a hunter when she is so good at healing. As Naru sharpens her axe, she responds that she is equally skilled as the others, and she relies on her wits and skills. However, everyone around her, including her mom, believes that she cannot hunt. Just then, Taabe walks in with the eagle that he killed earlier, while Aruka sends Naru to fetch a medicinal herb for her. Meanwhile, we see that the highly evolved predator alien comes equipped with advanced arsenals such as heat vision and lasers. It even kills a giant rattlesnake effortlessly and disappears in the forest. Back to Naru, who is collecting herbs, she notices that some men are going into the jungle because a cougar took away Puhi, one of the Comanche's warriors. Naru also wishes to join them, but as always, the men do not approve. However, Taabe believes she can help treat the wounded, so Naru is allowed to join them. When the group agrees, Taabe asks Naru to lead them. Using her skills, she finally finds the spot where they find a brutally wounded Puhi. Naru instantly uses an herb called orange tutsia to lower his body temperature and delay his bleeding. Everyone decides to leave, but Taabe insists that he wants to kill the cougar in case it decides to strike back. Naru comes up to her brother, saying that she does not think that Puhi was mauled by the feline creature, since Puhi was alive and breathing, whereas a lion always kills its prey. Regardless, Taabe decides to stay and sends Naru back to the village, with the men carrying Puhi along. On her way, Naru notices the gutted and skinned snake, along with a lot of blood on a nearby tree and a huge footprint of the predator. The others believe it is the mark of a bear, but Naru is not convinced, since she has never seen a footprint this big before. She decides to warn Taabe, so another tribesman, Pake, joins her, while the rest return to their village. Naru tells Taabe what she saw, but he dismisses it, thinking that it must be a bear's paw print. After this, the three set a trap for the cougar. While Taabe pours an animal's blood all around as bait to lure the cougar, Pak and Naru climb a tree to keep watch and attack when the lion arrives. As they wait, Pak tries to scare Naru by telling her about the strength of a lion and its hunting methods. Shortly after, the cougar arrives, but instead of going for the bait, it jumps toward Pak and kills him. Next, it climbs the tree again to attack Naru, who readies her spear, confident that she can kill the lion. However, she is distracted momentarily by a loud roar and lights in the forest, and the lion seizes the moment to attack her. Naru loses her footing and falls to the ground, hitting her head on a rock and losing consciousness. A few hours later, Naru wakes up to find herself back in her hut. Her mother informs her that Taabe rescued her from the cougar and brought her back home. Naru gets up, telling her mother that there is something more dangerous than that lion in the forest, and she needs to go help Taabe. Her mother stops her, and shortly after, Taabe returns to his village camp, carrying the beheaded lion on his shoulder. Proud of his bravery, the chieftain of the tribe declares Taabe the new war chief. While everyone celebrates, Naru tells Taabe that she saw some lights in the forest before falling off the tree, and given the gutted snake and huge footprint, she believes believes there is something far more sinister in the forest, so they should go after it. Taabe warns her against it, so she claims she will go back by herself. Taabe reminds her that she is alive only because he was there to save her and does not think she is ready to hunt yet. So the next morning, Naru secretly packs her luggage and goes to investigate that part of the forest along with her dog. She knits herself a rope from woodskin so she can use her axe as a boomerang. When she reaches that part of the forest, she notices a bright green substance on a tree, along with the same footprint nearby. Using a stick, she measures the footprint and continues her investigation. With the help of her upgraded axe, she hunts a rabbit and shares it with Sarii. On the other hand, the predator uses its thermal vision to view a wolf about to attack its prey. Just as it does, the predator kills the wolf even though it bites its leg. The next day, Naru reaches an open field by the forest where she is shocked to see several dead buffaloes without their skins. This really shakes Naru, since buffaloes are considered as a symbol of generosity and honor in her culture. She notices a cigar lying near one of the carcasses, something she has never seen before. As she goes deeper in the forest, Naru notices claw marks on the trees. Just then, she gets stuck in a swamp and starts sinking in the quicksand. Using all her might, she throws her axe and uses the rope to rescue herself. Next, she goes to clean herself in a nearby river, whereas on the other hand, we see the predator coming across the cigar as well. In the next scene, Naru notices a grizzly bear eating its prey. Usually, any villager who came across a bear would change paths, but since Naru has to prove her mettle, she decides to hunt it. As she is aiming at the bear, her bow snaps and the noise catches the bear's attention. With the bear now chasing her, Naru runs for her life until she comes across a beaver's dam and hides beneath. However, the bear tracks her down and starts breaking the dam. Just then, the predator shows up and attacks the bear. After killing it, the alien lifts the bear over its head, and the bear's blood drips all over it, making its form visible. This scares Naru, and she starts swimming away in the river to safety. Though the alien sees her with its heat vision, it does not think of her as a threat. Moving on, Naru reaches the shore where she is met by a group of her tribesmen out in the jungle looking for her. At Taabe's orders, Naru informs them of the Mupitsi, a monster in their folklore, that killed the huge bear with its bare hands, but none of the Comanche men believe her. When she refuses to return to the village with them, they capture Naru, tying her up. Unbeknownst to them, the predator is watching them and analyzes the Comanche weapons. Shortly after, the men hear a loud roar, followed by some movement in the bushes. The men instantly take positions with their weapons out. One of them fires an arrow, but soon realizes it is just an opossum in the bushes, and they all laugh at Naru's distress. Suddenly, 3 lasers point at the man's body, and just as he is trying to figure out what they are, 3 metal arrows kill him instantly. This sets panic among the men. Just then, the alien starts removing its arrows from the dead body. Seeing this, one of the men aims an arrow at it, injuring its arm. When the men see the predator, they attack it, but they are no match for the highly evolved predator who kills them all. Meanwhile, Naru breaks free and escapes with her axe. As she is running through the jungle, she gets caught in a foothold trap. The predator approaches her, but seeing her distressed and unarmed, it does not attack her. This makes Naru realize that the predator does not kill unarmed people. Shortly after, some French voyageurs show up with their guns and knock Naru unconscious. In the next scene, Naru wakes up in a wooden cage and notices a man with a cigar in his mouth, realizing that he is responsible for killing the buffaloes. A translator, Raphael Adolini, asks her about the Mupitsi, and when she refuses to talk, they bring out Taabe, who's also captured, and they torture him. Next, they tie the siblings up as bait for the predator so they can capture it. However, the Mupitsi shows up and starts killing the Frenchmen one by one. When Taabe panics, Naru informs her that the predator does not go after the unarmed or bait. They break themselves free, and while Taabe goes to look for a horse, Naru goes to the Frenchmen's camp to find Sarii and eliminate the men there. Moments later, the translator shows up with a severed leg and offers to teach Naru how to use a pistol if she can save his life. So, Naru gives him the herb that lowers his body temperature and stops his bleeding. When the Mupitsi arrive at the camp, it is unable to locate the translator who's playing dead. This makes Naru realize that the predator cannot track low body temperature. However, it accidentally stomps on Raphael and screams in pain, after which the predator kills him. In the next moment, Sarii runs toward the predator, so it aims the 3 lasers at the dog. Just then, Taabe shows up on a horse and knocks off the predator's helmet, which ends up pointing the lasers at the tree and shooting it instead of Sari. Seeing this, Naru learns that the arrows follow the laser points projected from the helmet. Though Taabe puts up a good fight, the alien eventually kills him, while Naru escapes. The morning after, Naru comes across the leader of the French hunters and severs his leg to use him as bait for the predator, while she ingests the orange tutsia to conceal her body heat. Once the Mupitsi shows up and kills the Frenchman, Naru shoots it with the pistol from behind, knocking off its helmet, which she runs away with. She reaches the swamp, where she positions the helmet in such a way that the laser will point at the pit. Once the Mupitsi arrives, she jumps over it and strikes it several times with her axe. Blindsided, the alien ends up cutting its hand off with its weapon. Along with Sari's help, Naru ties Mupitsi with a rope and it falls into the pit. Next, the predator aims its spear gun at Naru, but it does not know that the lasers are pointed toward it. Once it fires, the metal arrows turn around and kill it instantly. In the end, Naru paints her face with the predator's bright green blood and brings its head back to the village. Impressed by her, the chieftain declares her the new war chief, and Naru declares it is time for her tribe to move to a safer place, whereas we see 3 alien spaceships descending toward the tribe in the post-credit scenes. With that, the movie ends. Thanks for watching Prey. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Welcome, sci-fi fans. Futurist Flicks is thrilled to launch our exclusive membership program, designed for loyal fans like you. By joining, you'll unlock early access to recap videos, unseen recap videos, raffle prizes, free merch giveaways, exclusive content and behind-the-scenes insights, access to community events, live streams, and Q&A sessions. Join the Cosmic Crew today and get instant access to exclusive perks. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more intergalactic adventures.